All right, so 12 months ago, I decided to completely stop cold outreach because the cold outreach model is simply broken. We're taught to reach out to as many prospects as possible, and then from there, hopefully we close a client from it. I decided to give up that model completely, even though it got me over 4,000 plus meetings, simply because you have to talk to a lot of different kinds of prospects in order for you to even get one client. And for me, that model is extremely ineffective. Talking to people who are aware of the problem but not looking for a solution, people who are unaware of the problem, aware that something's wrong but misdiagnose the problem, or even people that have the problem but unaware that a solution exists, people that have the problem and are aware but they're skeptical or resigned, maybe they've tried something, for me it's just ineffective. Because you have to talk to like a lot of different kinds of prospects to hopefully get these people who are problem aware and actively looking for this solution. And what I've decided is I've decided to focus on only those prospects and attracting those prospects. And since doing that, I've generated over 6,000 plus leads in a span of 12 months. And basically, I'm going to show you the exact solution that I was able to use in order for me to accomplish that in this case. It is something that everybody can use. And trust me, the moment that you actually decide to only focus on people who are problem aware and actively looking for your solution, that's when your life becomes a lot easier because you're not talking to a bunch of different kinds of prospects. You're only focusing on people who actually care. So yeah. All right. So in this case, like to visually like show you what it looks like, this is you. Right now, if you're leveraging cold outreach, you're reaching out to this person. Okay, they're problem aware, but they're skeptical. They've tried something else. It didn't work. So you're like, okay, cool. Then you go ahead and you actually reach out to another person. Okay, that person is problem aware, but the unaware solution exists. So they don't even know that you can actually help them. Then you have like maybe that person, and then you end up like spending like a lot of time literally reaching out to a bunch of different kinds of prospects. And that's why you feel that frustration right now. So it feels like luck whenever you basically get this one. I don't know about you, but me, I'm trying to play the game on easy mode. I don't want to spend my time talking to like all kinds of prospects, getting a bunch of no thanks, getting a bunch of objections. I'd rather leave them in that pond and actually focus on people who are only problem aware and looking for a solution. So how do you do that? You typically leverage what I call a revealer. So a revealer is something that allows you to identify people who are actively looking for your solution and have the problem. So as you know, you have the different kinds of problems. And when you use a revealer like this, then the only output that goes out is actually people who are problem aware and actively seeking your solution. So revealer is actually an asset that you put into the world, and you let your ideal clients that are actively looking for your solution raise their head and tell you, hey, yes, I'm looking for help in this case. And for me, there are different kinds of revealers, but my favorite one by far on LinkedIn is viral lead magnets. So literally you give out something that your ideal clients actively wants. And then in exchange, they actually give you the most important thing literally in lead generation, which is intent. Because when someone shows interest, it means that there's intent. If someone is actively requesting a guide on how to generate more leads on LinkedIn, then I immediately know that they want to actually generate more leads on LinkedIn. And that's why this stuff is so powerful, simply because it reveals the intent. So the revealer will actually let you know who you need to reach out to. And look at this. We got over 602 comments. That was last week. Now, granted, all those people might not be like our perfect ICP, so we're not going to reach out to 602 people. But let's say that even if we get 50, and by the way, we got a lot more, but let's say if we even get 50, those 50 conversations are going to be 10 times more productive than if I were to just reach out to a bunch of people who are the problem, and all these people basically, that are not looking for the solution right now. And the revealer, this thing right there, which is the viral lead magnet, helps you to identify what type of leads you need to reach out to. So this concept is the thing that has allowed me to generate over 6,000 plus leads. And it literally took me months and months, in order to master this post format, figuring out what to say, figuring out, what to show, in the image, figuring out, what people even want, because that's the hardest part when you create a lead magnet. You're like, what do I post? And basically I literally it took me 12 months of testing and I condense everything into a GPT that basically is creating those posts for me. Now, I don't create a single lead magnet post. I might tweak them here and there, but mostly my AI system actually finds, ideas for me. It crafts the post. And then on top of that, it actually helps me with the design, figuring out what I need to do in order for me to create that design. So this GPT literally helps you do that. So let me actually show you what it looks like. So it would actually give you topics. Then it would actually write the post, as you can see here. And then at the end, it's going to craft, the visual hook. Those are the 3 elements, that you need in order for you to succeed with a viral lead magnet. A great idea that people actually want and desire. Then a great post with a great format that makes people actually read and then stop the scroll. And then finally, a kick-ass design that makes basically people stop scrolling as well. And so basically for the next 2 days, I'm basically giving access to this GPT. This was urgently something, that I was going to share with my clients only. This is the most up-to-date version. Basically you get 50% off if you basically take action within the next 2 days. Basically on Friday, it goes back to the regular price. And on top of that, we've have some bonuses, that we made available in order for you to actually create your lead magnets. So different trainings, that you'll be able to use. So if you want more info on that, you can go ahead and go down below, go above, actually, click on the link and you can check out this GPT. And if you like it, then you can grab it. That's pretty much it. Peace.